I'm Satish Bedi.
Okay.
And I came from India in 1970.
Okay.
Yeah, and after getting married to my husband.
What was Northern Ireland like whenever you came then in the 70s? It was probably a very different place than what it is now.
It was a very different place for me. I think I came from a very big modern city from India.
Okay.
And Coleraine towards, to me, it was very small.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. And
what city did you come from in India?
I came from Chandigarh.
Okay, yes, part of Chandigarh. Okay.
Yes,
Could you describe Chandigarh for us? What's it like?
Chandigarh is a very modern
city
with very. There is so many shopping malls there, and it was built by architecture from France.
Okay.
Yeah, and there is a big, massive university.
Okay.
It's called Punjab University.
Okay.
And I think that brings from all over the young generation to Chandigarh.
Yeah, okay. And is it in the north or south of India?
It's in north.
The north.
Yes,
okay.
Yes, That is near Shimla.
Okay.
That is Himalayas. Life before I got married was very exciting. I came from a family where there was 3 brothers, and I was the only girl.
Okay.
But I was born in New Delhi, and my father was working in university, and we were living in the accommodation which was provided by the university. And my education was, I have from grade 1 to 5, it was in a private school. And then from 6th grade to 11th grade, I was in a government school.
Okay.
In Sector 8, Chandigarh. And then I was for 2 years in Punjab University.
Okay.
I was doing my degree course when I got married. There was always a big event, mainly Diwali, Holi, and that was a very, very big event which was celebrated with other people as well, joining with other people. There was so many other different things which we were celebrating just with the family.
Yeah.
I was 18 when I got married.
Oh, right, okay.
Yes, and left India in 1970.
And did you do anything special then before you left India? Was there any kind of celebration apart from your wedding whenever you knew that you were leaving, or was that your send-off, the wedding party and ceremony?
No, there wasn't, because I think it wasn't that we were allowed to go out very much, there was restrictions.
Okay.
Yes, but not the restriction that stopped us doing anything. But we weren't allowed to go out very much.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
Describe your wedding to me then. What happened and how long was it?
That was a week. For a full week. Yes, that was for a full week. It was my uncle who told us that there is a boy coming from, not from Northern Ireland. They said he's coming from England.
Okay.
Yes, we didn't know that Northern Ireland was existed. There was a country. And my mum and dad first said, no, we never even thought of that. And she's still studying. And they said that it's a very nice family if you are willing, and my mom said that when the boy comes, you just let us know.
Yeah.
And when my husband arrived in India, and so my uncle sent us a telegram that they are coming to visit us, because it was a mutual, they were related to Paul's side, my husband's side as well, and they were related to us as well.
Okay.
And they said on such and such day they are coming, if would you like to come over. And so my husband came along with his mum, and I went with my mum.
Okay.
So we met briefly, but no talk.
Okay.
Just, yes, yeah. And so my mother-in-law, you know, like she said, I like that girl, you know, like, and my husband said, because my husband was a little, you know, like taller and big built, you know, like,
Right, okay.
yeah, and I was very petite and
Yes.
small, and it was his hesitant, you know, like that, because she's so petite looking, you know, like, and my mother-in-law said that, no, I think that this is the one.
Oh.
But my mum said, we will discuss at home, then we will say yes or no.
Yeah.
And then my father-in-law was keep sending the letters. You know, at that time there wasn't phone calls; it was letters.
Yeah.
That from our side as yes, we are waiting for your reply. You know, like, and then my mother and father and my older brother sat down and they said that it will be your say.
Okay.
If you say it's okay,
Then
it will be yes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll say no.
Well, that's good. You had that choice.
Yes,
you know,
I did
yeah.
have a choice.
Yes.
I wasn't forced into that.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
there was a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And obviously you agreed then, and it all went.
Yeah, I think that was the best choice.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't have asked anymore. Then, you know, like when I was going through the paperwork, you know, like getting visa,
Yeah.
and that's the time I heard Northern Ireland.
Right.
And I was just wondering, you know, like, where is Northern Ireland and why it's a different country?
Yeah.
But then my husband explained to me, you know, like, as Northern Ireland is part of UK,
Okay.
and it's not actually London. It's just we will change the plane,
Yeah.
take another plane to go to
Go
Northern
across.
Ireland. Yes, yes, yeah.
So then, given that you hadn't really heard of Northern Ireland, were you a wee bit nervous about coming, or?
I was very nervous because coming from India, far away from everybody you loved, your family, your friends, and suddenly in a different country
Yeah.
with a strange man in your life, you know, like I was just married a month when we, and it was.
Bit of an exciting journey then.
It was, yes, yeah, and first time sitting in the plane.
Right,
Was
okay.
it? Yes, yeah.
What did you think of then the flight and all that kind of?
I think, you know, like that experience, whole experience, leaving family, sitting in the plane, first time coming into a different country. I think it's, I never ever able to express. Yeah,
Yes, okay.
it was, yes, it was exciting and emotional
Yeah.
and sad.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Yeah, and
Because it
scary.
Yeah, the end of the old and the start of the new. I'm
New,
sure
yes,
it was all
yes.
kind of mixing
Yes,
up inside
yeah.
of you as well.
That's right, yeah.
So then, what did you bring with you whenever you left? Did you bring anything special, or did you just come with what you had? Or
No, I came what I have that time, you know, like, but with the loving memories,
okay,
family memories, and my wedding dress. Till today, I think I will never be able to tell anybody, you know, like what I have planned for that sari, you know, for me,
Yes.
what it meant to me, because it was made by hand.
Oh,
Yes,
beautiful.
there was a material, we bought it,
Mhm.
and it was my mum who made it, and that will always be a
A prized possession.
yes, yes, that's
Okay.
right, yeah. Mhm.
So, did you think about things like how are you going to get the ingredients to make food, and how are you going to buy
Yeah, I
clothes?
knew that because my husband was already living here, and his uncles were living here,
Yeah.
and one of his uncle was married to Irish
Okay.
girl, and
Right.
the other one was married from India,
Okay.
and so they were already getting parcel of spices from India. And when I was coming, and I did given by Paul's family, my husband's family, quite a lot spices
Okay.
to take it with me, because Paul's aunt asked for that.
Yeah.
So I knew that we will be,
Yeah.
you know, getting difficulty for those things.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so you were quite lucky then, maybe that your husband had built up a sort of homecoming for you here.
Well, yes, we were welcomed by his uncles and aunts when I came.
Okay.
Yes, but our house was getting built that time.
Right. Okay.
It was almost ready. There was things needed in the house, and within 9-10 days, I think I moved into my house.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, when we see the bed was there, and
Yeah.
that's all we needed,
Yeah.
just for the night. And
Yeah.
gradually we got things.
You got everything ready.
Yes,
then. That's fine.
yeah,
Okay, and whenever the plane landed,
yeah.
what was your very first thoughts of Northern Ireland? What month did you arrive? Was it summertime or
It was
wintertime?
June.
Okay, so
It was it was 8th of June.
okay.
Yeah, and it was summertime. For people
Not
here, it
too
was
bad.
summertime. Yes, for me, it was still bitterly cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I left the temperature between 40 to 45 and came here. It was 20 degree
Oh my goodness.
in the daytime, but I arrived middle of the night.
Right. Okay.
Yes, it was middle of the night, and in the dark, I couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a car journey, an hour journey, like a coming home
Yeah.
and to my husband's uncle's house,
Yeah.
and she was Irish,
Okay.
and I couldn't speak a word of English.
Oh right. Okay.
Yes,
Right.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
and that was a nerve-wracking for me.
Yeah.
And when we got up in the morning, and my husband went. He said, "Well, he's going to the shop. They were running a business with his uncle. And
Okay.
I was left with his aunt,
Mhm.
and she prepared breakfast for me.
Uh-huh.
And I think whoever will listen that they will laugh
Okay.
because breakfast was a few slices of toast and a bowl of cereal.
Okay.
It was cornflakes,
Mhm.
and she put it in front of me.
Mhm.
And for me, I didn't have that kind of breakfast,
Yeah.
like in my life, because the cereal, no.
What's that?
Yes, and she made cup of tea, just we make a spicy cup of tea, like at home with spices
the
and all
chai,
this
yeah.
and sugar, and
Yeah.
it's all boiled up, and
Yeah.
so it was just plain cup of tea, and she put milk jug and sugar bowl in front of me,
Yeah.
and butter dish and knife and fork and everything, yes, But first bite on the toast,
Mhm.
I couldn't swallow it. Yes, I
Right,
couldn't
okay.
swallow it,
Oh my
and
goodness.
and the tears were running.
Oh.
Yes, and I was saying, is that going to be my life here?
Oh,
No,
okay.
it was like the first day was very, very sad.
Mhm.